So now I'm ready to import some media. We'll go up to File, Import Media. Keyboard shortcut is Command-I, and when I click it, it opens up the media import window. Here, a number of different options open up. Inside my training, for instance, I have some AVC HD footage that Joe Centeno shot, and here we can see that it says AVC HD from the file type. If the file type isn't showing, Control-click on the header up here and select File Type, and see right there? And that way you can see what the file consists of. I've got an AVC HD folder. And in this AVC HD folder, I've got a variety of clips. One of the cool things about this AVC HD thumbnail is that if I click, hold, and drag, notice that I've now selected a portion of a clip. I haven't selected the entire clip, I've only selected a piece of it. If I hold the Command key down and drag in a different area, I can select multiple sections from the same clip, all ready to be imported at the same time. Not all clips support selecting just a portion of the clip. So I simply set it in and out inside the clip. Notice that in this view there are no icons in the lower left, nor is there a menu in the upper right. Let me double-click the folder icon to open this folder and display its contents. Now, two icons appear at the bottom. The left icon displays thumbnails of all the clips in that folder, while the right icon displays a list view of all the clips in this folder. Final Cut has been programmed to recognize media cards or the specific file structures that emulate a media card when you copy a card into a folder on your hard disk. Final Cut is able to generate thumbnails when it has access to the metadata that's stored on the camera card. If the media has been copied to the computer without retaining the original media card structure and the included metadata, Final Cut Pro X thinks it's a standard folder on your Finder and won't provide the thumbnail views. For example, this option doesn't exist if you're looking at a collection of QuickTime movies stored on your hard drive. Let me digress for a minute and talk about the four different types of media: camera native, optimized, proxy, and rewrapped. Camera native is the media shot by the camera. Optimized is camera native media converted to ProRes 422 to improve performance during editing and export. Proxy are low-resolution files created to reduce storage requirements or improve performance on slower systems. And rewrapped is media converted from one container to another without transcoding. Rewrapped media is especially relevant for AVC HD. Final Cut can play AVC HD without transcoding, but it often needs to rewrap the media. When the files are copied from a camera card, they need to have the original video rewrapped to the .mov format to improve editing performance. This is because the original format of the AVC HD media is designed for streaming, but is not great for editing. Rewrapping as a .mov file improves the editing experience, changing the wrapper from the original AVC HD to .mov retains all of the metadata from the camera. It's so fast you won't even notice it and doesn't change the original quality of the image because nothing is transcoded. Now, this is a subtle but important difference that's worth stressing. Rewrapping can also happen with camera formats that record video wrapped with MXF. Final Cut Pro X does play native MXF files, but sometimes, depending on the camera, Final Cut will improve the editing experience by rewrapping it to .mov. This is generally better for media management and, since sometimes MXF files will have the same performance issues as AVC HD, it will improve editing performance. In other words, the rewrapped media is simply moved out of one container, MXF, into another, QuickTime, and therefore the enclosed media does not need to be transcoded. The main point is that wrappers and codecs can be very complicated with lots of different cameras, and Final Cut works to make editing more seamless, stable, and with better performance. Keep in mind that Final Cut never transcodes AVC HD files unless you decide to optimize your media. If I select a clip, let's just select, say, the top 3 clips, this pop-up menu also appears sometimes, but not all the time. If I click it, notice that I can show all the clips, or just photos, or just videos. Because I have the option of shooting stills or video, this pop-up menu gives me the ability to say, show me the video or show me the stills or show me both. Other cameras don't shoot stills, in which case this pop-up menu doesn't exist. So it's there for those formats that support video and stills, and it's not there for those formats that only support video. So now I'm ready to bring these clips in, but what are my choices? That's where these menu choices come in. We're going to talk about this more in just a minute, but I want to talk a couple more import things before we talk about these settings. So for right now, I'm just going to import the selected. Notice that I've got this close window after starting import unchecked. It leaves the media import window open, so we'll let that go in, bring those clips in. Let's go back and go up to another set of videos called Airshow. This airshow footage is courtesy of Hallmark Broadcast Limited, and notice that the thumbnail and list icons are missing. Why? Because we don't have access to the original metadata created by the camera. And because we don't have access to the camera metadata, I can't select portions of the clip. I can only select the entire clip. Now we have another option. I've got an iPhone here, and let's just plug this iPhone in and wake it up. There we go. Notice that the iPhone, as soon as it's connected to your computer, shows up here in the top left corner. I want to just see videos that I shot with the iPhone, and as I scroll down to the bottom, it was a cold night in the middle of winter, and I decided it was time to take pictures of the fireplace. So I've got pictures of a fireplace as a 720p sequence, and as a 1080 sequence, and as a 1080 sequence in slow motion. Let's bring in our 1080 clip and highlight it. Again, because it's the iPhone and it shoots both videos and stills, I have the option of selecting what I want to see. Videos means I only see videos in this list, and I can see both thumbnails and the list. I'll stay with the list, and we'll click Import Selected. This is an excerpt of a recent Power Up webinar taking a look at media management inside Final Cut Pro 10 version 10.2. For the complete version of this online training, become a member of our video training library at larryjordan.com/membership and look for Webinar 188. If you need to stretch your training dollars, a subscription membership to our video training library saves you money. You can access all our videos for a low monthly price of only $19.99. That's more than 1,200 movies, hundreds of hours of training, all in depth and all up to date. Plus, members can attend any of our Power Up webinars for free. Our training covers Apple and Adobe software. We update it every week, and for more information, visit larryjordan.com/subscriptions. And thanks.